I'm starting to think he says that to everybody, that I'm a favorite speaker. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out here today and joining me for lunch, right? We're having lunch. We're breaking bread. I like it. Val Grubb, I have my own consulting and training company. Has anybody seen me? This is my fourth presentation that I've had for SHRM. So has anybody been in there? Oh, yes, I see some. Awesome. Well, nice to have. Thank you. I must not have been too terrible if folks have come back. Either that or these were the only open chairs. So I'll take either which way that it goes. So we're going to talk today about growing your personal brand and how that's going to come back and help grow your career. So let's think about corporate branding first. So who do you think's brand or vision is organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful? Who do you think that is? Google, you betcha, Google. Next up, sorry, I can't seem to get this working. There we go. All right, build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. Unfortunately, I know that very well. That is Amazon, right? Next, bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Nike, exactly, Nike. When we think about Nike, that red swoosh, I mean, how universally known is that around the world? So when we think about this corporate branding, when we look up, it's really, look at on Wikipedia, right? Nobody looks on actual physical dictionaries anymore. It talks at a symbolic embodiment of all the information that's associated with a product or a company, and really serves to create associations and expectations with that brand. So don't you get annoyed if Google can't find something immediately? Like the attention, I saw a really great presentation from somebody on Gen Z that talked about that millennials' attention spans are 15 seconds. And Gen Z's attention to detail are 8 seconds. That's very believable, because I'm annoyed in about 3 seconds if Google can't get me the information that I need. So understand, so think about that, about branding. Again, it's expectations, you have associations on how it's going to act, on how it's going to perceive. So when we think about a personal brand then, what am I talking about? What am I talking about then as a personal brand? We got very quiet. Everybody's eating? Yeah, that's us, right? Exactly. And when we think about personal branding, it's everything you say, everything you do, or everything you don't do in the office. Every email you send, what you wear reflects the brand that you want to be, the brand that you want to showcase about the brand of you. It is in how you answer phone calls. It's in your follow-up. Does somebody need to come back and tell you, hey, this was due on Friday, today's Monday, where is it? Does somebody have to tell you that? Then what that's saying is that your brand is somebody who needs to come back and be reminded, because you're not going to remember on your own. So understand that everything you do every day, from how you dress to the words that come out of your mouth to your actions and your inactions, that is your brand. And more importantly, as Jeff Bezos said, your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. And that's why personal branding is as important as anything else that you can do at the office. Because your brand is not when you're talking and showing your HR expertise. It's when you walk out of the room, what executives, what your coworkers, what your peers say about you when you're not there. So as we think about how to build that brand of you, I'll give you 3 ideas to think about. First is, what are your values? What do you care about? What's your integrity? What are you passionate about? What gets you rock solid coming in there and just really fired up about the day? It's important to understand that. so that, sort of you can draw that line in the sand of the things that I'm going to care about and the things that I'm interested in. Next is, what's your competitive analysis? Are you trusted? Are you trustworthy? What does your boss think of you? Who gets the big projects in your office or in your department? Do you have a seat at the table? That's telling you what your brand is saying if you're not in the room. What they're coming back and saying is that something about your brand or something about your performance or your work, there's something in there that they say that they don't need you in the room because of your brand is not adding value. So understanding that competitive analysis and being really brutally honest with yourself on where I'm lacking and how I can come back and improve upon those skills. Next is what you project to others. I don't know if anybody saw in that La Nouvelle, the big, on personal presence, executive presence. I thought she had some really great tips in there. And executive presence really matters. Again, it is back to what it is that you're projecting in your emails. So in emails, in phone calls, and how you stand up in front of others and how you present. All of those things sum up in order to come back and create your personal brand. And the goal is remember, if people are talking about you, when you're not in the room, you want to make sure that it's really, really as positive as it can be. Because you want to be the person that they call and they go, oh, you know what? Let's bring in that Val. Val will be able to be somebody who can get the job done. And that is ultimately, that gets you that reputation, and that gets you as being this leader in your organization who can be given well more than HR responsibilities. It's because you are a leader, and it's because the fact that employees come back and they're going to want to follow you no matter what it is. So think about that brand. Think about how you project yourself. So let me give you 7 steps, a little more details on how to build your brand. Possibly the most important thing that I'm going to say to you today. So I know this is going to be a shocker, but does anybody have maybe at least one aspect of your job that you hate? Let's see a show of hands. Yeah, wow, yeah. Let me tell you this, be good anyway. Even if you hate it. Even if you hate it. And did you see that? Everybody here had something that's on, sorry, didn't mean to take you into a negative place. I know we just went negative right there. Understand every job. So at Oxygen Media, I helped to found the women's cable company, the Oxygen Channel. And with our intern programs and new hires, I would always have them come in, and I would have all the senior level executives, so Jerry Laybourne, our CEO, our COO, all these guys, come in and talk about their jobs. One of the questions that I would have them answer is, tell me what you hate about your job. Tell me what you hate about your job. Every executive had something that they said that they hated, that they really despised. And you do that to understand that I've never met anybody who loves 100% of their job all the time. I haven't seen that exist. So understand that you have to be good anyway. Even, let me throw one more thing out there, even if you hate everything about your job. Now, I'm not going to take a show of hands here. Not going to do that. But it may be because of the fact that you hate your employer, that they may not be a great employer. The key is be good anyway, because people talk. And it's shocking at how small the world is. Whatever city you live in, it is shocking at how small the world is. So even if you work for heinous people, even if you're out going right after this, you're updating your LinkedIn, you're going to get your Facebook out there, we know this. We know how to find a job. You got to be good at your present job. Please be good anyway until you can tell them adios, because that's the reputation. You want to leave them begging for you to stay. Get stuff done. Be somebody who gets stuff done. And I know this is terrible. Bless you. I know this is terrible. That may mean you got to get out of your office. You actually got to go talk to people. And I know that, I'll tell you, we walk down the hallway and you get stopped by 10 people because they need something. They want something. Since I see you, I'm not going to look at the FAQs for the benefits online because you're right here, so I can ask you. So annoying. So understand, but in getting stuff done, it is really about getting out there and meeting the people and understanding how it is that your business makes and loses money. That's what gets you things like seats at the table, because you understand how your business makes and loses money. And your goal is to get stuff done even when overwhelming odds. So focus on that. Be consistent. You can be fantastic the moment that, so you can deliver something to me 10 times. The moment that I now have to ask you, when are you going to get that in? You said it was due Friday. Today's Tuesday. It's still not here. What you have just done is killed your credibility with me. Now my concern is that I will have to come back and remind you again. So be consistent. That is as important as getting stuff done and getting stuff done right. Be a learner. I think we're actually very well qualified for this. I think that it is, we have an innate interest in people. We have an innate interest in learning and continuing that. That is going to help you build a very positive brand. And by the way, that's going to help when you come back and they go, wow, we've got this crazy new product line that we're going to launch. Yeah. Let's get Val in there because we know that she can learn how to run this business. Kat Cole, who saw her speak? She's never been a CEO at 31. Exactly. She was amazing. Like, she really, really spoke to me. Because she's nothing against Harvard, but she's not a Harvard graduate. She didn't even have her BA. Like, she is a woman who learns and can figure out the business. That is, and look at that. They took a chance on her. So be a learner. Ask for and listen to feedback. Very, very critical. I know we all ask for feedback. Then somebody gives it to us and you go, no, you don't understand. No, you don't understand what I'm going through. That's not listening. And I hate to say it, hirers, but we ask our managers and we ask all our employees to ask for and listen for feedback. Unfortunately, we have to do that too. And sometimes it's much better to tell people what to do than to actually do it ourselves. So I know. So get out there and be somebody who actually gets feedback and listens to it and doesn't argue and comes back and takes it and says, thank you. Let me see what I can do about it. Market your brand. When was the last time you came back and said, wow, I did something really great? Say that to your boss. Say that to the president, the CEO. And you know what? Forgive me. Something women can be very, very challenged about doing. There is something in us that can be challenging to come back and brag. I think there's also this expectation that hopefully our boss will see it. I have managed probably 15,000 employees throughout my career. I cannot read their mind. Unfortunately, I cannot see what's in their head to understand what it is that they need. So market your brand. Now, it's tough, right? Because you don't want to come back and sort of go over the line to where it's just you're self-promoting and grandizing all the time. But let me tell you, if you're doing it never, you need to step that up. So figure out how you can do that so you are marketing your abilities. Because otherwise, you're not going to come back and be seen as somebody who can get the job done. Not because maybe your manager doesn't like you or doesn't pay. Maybe they're just a lousy manager. That happens, and we've got to manage up. So get out there and market your brand. Who's actually said to their boss, I want a promotion? Many, many people. How many times do we coach people? Do we coach our employees that they want a promotion? My boss overlooked me for a promotion. Did you tell him or her? First, exactly. No. And how would they know that? Because we think that it's the right thing to do. Well, they would promote me because I've been here longest. Look at that big project that I got done. No. Again, understand, your boss does not know what your needs are unless you tell him or her. Now, the annoying thing, they may ignore you anyway, and then you're going to be out on LinkedIn. But the key is get out there, market your brand, make sure people understand just how good you are, because otherwise they won't know it. Finally, excuse me, who has a mentor? I'd love to see back the woman who spoke before me. I'd love to see everybody's hands. Love to see everybody's hands on the next one. Even if you have been at a company a long time, it is time to go out there and get a mentor. It is time to go out there and find a champion who can help you to navigate your career, to navigate promotions, to navigate your boss, maybe to come back and, can you help me figure out how to get on a big task force? There's this new product line that you're launching. How do I come back and get on that project so that I can come back and showcase my skills? So again, certainly if you're new to a company, it's a perfect time to find a mentor. And you want that mentor to not be your boss. So you find a secondary, get a champion who's somebody else who's singing your praises and talking about your brand. And somebody, more importantly, who can help you when the doo-doo hits the fan. And can help you when you are not having a good time. And when you are having challenges, when you are having struggles. So these are 7 steps to build your brand, to build your personal brand that's going to come back and reflect on and help you with your reputation and with your brand when you're walking out of the room. So I love this. Anybody remember In Search of Excellence? Old book. Yeah, it's a fantastic book. And this was long before personal branding was ever talked about. He said that all of us need to understand the importance of branding, that we are the CEOs of Me Inc. So to be in business today, you need to be the head marketer of the brand of you. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Valerie Grubb, how can they contact you?
Oh my goodness. Well, 2 things. Thank you. So I have cards here. I could send you these presentations, whatever you need. So I got cards up here, business cards, everything like that. And right now I'm signing books right now in the bookstore. Clash of the Generations. It just came out from Wiley in October of last year. It's my 2nd book. So available in there, and it's on managing 4 generations in the office. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for everybody who came out.